What y'all got going on today, man? Out in the world. How y'all feeling today? Hope good. Shit, I hope great. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy AJ for the win. Back again, and today, we just reacted to a few videos. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. You know? So, it's been a lot of like commentary online about potential racial conflict between personalities online, dealing with the black and brown Hispanic culture. And this ain't nothing new. You know, they across the globe, a lot of different genres of people don't get along with other types of people. Um, it's nothing new, but it's a relationship that some people like to hold close, and it's a relationship that some people like to see get worse. Today's video, the first video of today's stream, shit, we got rap news and street politics, always bringing us some good content. You know what I'm saying? And lately he's been on a run about these federal indictments coming down for all of the gangs and down, and primarily he talks about California. You know what I'm saying? From the Bay down to LA. All right. And so let's get into it without further ado. Let's check this out.
On YouTube in the San Gabriel Valley with them Grove Side gangsters, Southside Puente 13, coming out the city of La Puente. Now, news just broke the feds are still in LA County building cases on some of the most active hoods in the streets out here. In La Puente 13 is definitely one of the most active sets, not only in San Gabriel Valley, but in LA County as a whole. And these dudes have been outside playing ball, and the feds have been watching them serving their enemies, kidnapping people, and putting gun and drug advertisements on social media, leading to them working with 6 confidential informants out of the ATF.
What? Wait, hold on. I know. Wait, hold on, man. I heard about, we all know people. I don't even gonna say that. But listen, man, what does that even look like trying to sell a gun online? How do you even avoid police? Oh, they were not trying to avoid police.
Off of Instagram. And all the details in this situation are allegations set forth by the federal government. These dudes are innocent until proven guilty. This information is what the feds say they saw. Now, there's been a total of 13 different complaints with 16 people going down in the feds in a situation that the feds are calling Operation Burning Bridges. Now, as you may see in association with Southside Puente members, you may see that word bridge. Puente means bridge in Spanish. And back in the 50s when Puente was derived, they were going by Bridgetown Gentlemen. So that name is clearly stuck with them, and it's stuck with the feds because they've been following their informants all through La Puente, Pomona, Covina, and various spots of the San Gabriel Valley. They tapped these dudes' phones, and some of the confidential informants were mic'd up. But like the feds do, they got a front row seat to these dudes getting cracking on their enemies, and we seen some crazy shit in this paperwork that the feds are alleging these dudes from Southside Puente was on with the neighborhood Crips and with Blackwood Street on some internal conflict shit.
When you shoot 2 out of times, it's the fundamentals. We could do this shit alright if we got a rental. I'm just saying, made it happen, it wasn't accidental. If we score tonight, by tomorrow we'll be presidential. Big us, so my niggas from that east side, from the same gang, but I represent that beehive.
So we see the feds got everybody's faces blasted on screen, but some pictures are floating around of an individual named Isaac Frost, aka Ghost. And the reason he stand out right now is because he was caught on May 2nd of this year, 2025, 5 a.m. at that H&H Liquor off Glendora and Mintz behind Hacienda Boulevard. He pulls up over here with his little brother and one of the big boys, Lucky Sanchez, aka Debo.
Damn, this nigga look 12. Sheesh, man, they out there crazy.
Who also went down in this federal complaint. And I say complaint because the indictment has not dropped yet. The feds have pushed the paperwork, baiting the probable cause to go ahead and wrap these dudes up in a Rico over here. But Ghost jumps out with his little brother, who's an underage individual, who the paperwork refers to as AE. The young dude jump out, start blasting the liquor store, Vadio Puente Trece, Ballista Street. Now, Ballista Street, the same clique as Rowdy Rax, who's putting it on with the music coming out of San Gabriel Valley. This is one of the most active cliques in Southside Puente. And somebody we see heavily in Rowdy Rax videos is the other big boy, Debo's brother, Pollo, Victor Sanchez, who also went down. We're going to speak on him shortly. But the feds catch these dudes on surveillance, hidden up. Ghost jumps out with the stick to protect his little brother while he hitting up, and he sees a black dude across the street, again, 5 a.m., vacuuming his car. It's a self-service car wash right across from this liquor store where these dudes was at. Now we know Puente got a lot of enemigos over here. Bassett Grande, Felinda Flats, they got internal problems going on.
So he didn't say that he shot. He just said that he got out with the blicky to like watch out while he tagging or whatever. Shit.
On their hood, and they beefing with West Covina neighborhood crib. So right here on Glendora,
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even like that type of shit, gang, cause like, you know, fly niggas like to go get their cars washed, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that 5 a.m. morning time, you know what I'm saying? It's a cool time to go get that thing washed. You know, that midnight car wash drive is a nice little drive, you know what I'm saying? Get your fresh car wash, get your nice drive on back to the crib, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That it'll make things fun to do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gotta go drive out their way to stay out the way. God damn.
and Hacienda, this is close to the borderline that they share with West Covina neighborhood. So when Ghost sees this black dude, he decides to approach him, bang on him. But instead of just keeping it with the gang banging, the surveillance video catches him say, not only the diss to the neighborhood Crips, but also the diss with the hard ER on it to the black community. Now, the black dude at the gas station may have or may not have been gang banging. He may have been from West Covina. It doesn't specify in the paperwork. But again, that usage of the hard ER puts a spin on it outside of the gang banging shit. And this is the thing that we've heard.
It sure do. Y'all not, I don't know what type of shit niggas be on. But first of all, y'all don't even know what black people is for real. Well, y'all want to beef with us. All right. We the most exotic people on earth. Because of the slave trade, we have abundance of ancestors from different walks of life, from Germany, from Europe, from East Africa, South Africa, West Africa, from South America, from all over the world, bro. We the most. We the most stat. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like exotic, when it comes to foreign. Now, to my recollection, we never sold y'all as a group of people. We never oppressed y'all as a group of people. We never, you know what I'm saying? None of that as a group of people. You know what I'm saying? So when you guys are talking about this NK shit, man, it really shows a lot of weakness because, in my opinion, before you can go at a whole nother race card, you kind of got to get your shit in line first. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that ICE shit, I see more Hispanics being employed by them organizations than any other race these days. When it comes to the sheriff department, I'm talking about Southern California, LA County. Every time I see them, I see Hispanics, bro. They the ones fucking with y'all, locking y'all up, got y'all in cages, looking like animals, ready to program like them niggas back in shit. What's that country where they got all the Hispanics and they're like motherfucking all the MS-13s and shit, man. What was that? I don't know if that was El Salvador or wherever that was, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not the enemy. We don't control shit here. We not the ones that can give y'all grants for colleges and all of that stuff, like the Dream Act and shit. You know what I'm saying? We not the ones in a position of power to put stipulations on y'all living environments. We're not the ones that put stipulations on y'all coming and going to y'all country and back. If anything, majority of us want y'all to have y'all freedom, do whatever y'all want to do. But y'all got little knuckleheads like this, you know what I'm saying? Just angry and upset and think that that's the thing to be angry and upset at. Well, let me help you redirect your attention, young man. You know what I'm saying? We not your oppressor. We're not your number one enemy.
Heard previously with dudes from Puente in that situation with Drex the Joint. When some people was around him, allegedly from Puente Trece, that said that RER and got him in some hot water. But this is not new to this section. We heard El Monte Flores when they was on Rodney and LA channel what they had to say about being NK. Now, I've heard different variations and different reasoning of people explaining what the NK stood for, whether it was Asians or whether it was blacks. Either way, it gets real racial over here, and the black dude that was vacuuming his car felt that. He got up in his whip, go start getting off on him as soon as he pulled off over here with everything being caught on surveillance camera. And that's what led to a couple of these pictures where everybody's seeing this dude in that Denim Tears hoodie pointing the stick. He was getting off on the neighborhood Crips and getting off on some racial shit over here in Southside Puente hood. Now, since everything was caught on surveillance the same day, May 2nd, 2025, police spotted a black Honda Accord with his little brother AE in it, pulled it over. AE got out on foot, and they found a weapon that matched the bullets at the scene on Glendora Hacienda. In this house, some of these dudes from Beliza Street is getting down. It's cracking.
La Puente, huh?
Yeah.
Then you got that shit blasted on your shit.
I got a big Virgin Mary about this big on my back with 6 black roses with evil eyes under each rose for forgiveness for those 6 people I took off the earth. I'm not bragging about it. It's just that I have to carry that around in my conscience. My worst one is when I went like this, like and that fucker fell. That plays in my head all the time.
But we got to start it from the beginning of this investigation.
Hey man, shout out to the OG, man. He keeping it real, man. See, that's somebody who I like to hear more from about more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's been through some shit, seen some shit, know what something is worth, what something is not worth. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just coming out doing whatever all willy nilly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more to life. You know what I'm saying? And it could be so simple. Be better together than apart.
When the feds start looking at these dudes early 2023. Now, these are somewhat follow-up investigations to other indictments that didn't drop on Puente Trece over the years. 2018, 17 other individuals went down in an indictment over here where they was getting busy with the identity theft, bank fraud, drugs. They was getting to the chili over here in San Gabriel Valley. The feds paid them a visit back in 2018, but they really made the feds' radar in 2013 with Rafael Cisco Munoz Gonzalez, a stamped and inducted Mexican mafia member coming out of Puente Trece, the representation for these guys over here. Now, we're going to get into that indictment later, but they had some things in here that was somewhat of the precursor to what we going to see in this indictment. Cisco and them niggas was rolling around with a grenade over here in the San Gabriel Valley, and in 2025,
Them niggas had a grenade gang. Come on, man. Ain't no way. Niggas had a grenade gang? Hold on. Niggas had a grenade. Man, these niggas be having all type of shit. Rocket launchers, all type of shit.
They back with the heavy artillery selling to the ATF. Now, La Puente has the biggest gang injunction in LA County. For everybody that doesn't know where this situation is, it is still LA County, and I would say, depending on what part of LA you going to, it's about 30 to 45 minutes to downtown and the gutter of South Central. But as you can see, this shit can go down anywhere at any time with any one of these hoods. Now, the feds say at this time, Puente Trece got between about 600 and 700 members, a lot of young foot soldiers, and they're said to be broken up into about 14 different cliques. Now, there's Happy Homes in Hacienda. I think that's a break off of Southside Puente. There's Ballista Street, which is off of Mar and Ballista Avenue. Again, Rowdy Rax and them dudes have put Ballista all the way on the map, really coming out with the music, doing they shit. Northam Street, the infamous Rama Street, Dial Avenue, and Blackwood Street, who is at the center of the internal conflict between Ballista and Blackwood. They also got the Tinflanes, who are aligned with Ballista Street. So it's a lot going on over here in La Puente. But the main situation that jumped them off was the internal conflict between Blackwood Street and Ballista Street, December 18, 2022, where we find Adrian Lopez, aka Monkey, and Dominic Ornelas, aka Dom, both from that Ballista Street clique. The feds say everything started off with some back and forth on social media, predominantly Instagram, as most shit goes. And the day before this shooting, December 17, 2022, somebody had texted Dom a picture of Blackwood Street hidden up on somebody's house in a section. Now, it's a lot of things in this indictment that's gonna serve as some do's and some don'ts. Most of the time, it's gonna be some don'ts. With these niggas going down, a lot of mistakes was made. But it started when he got that text message. He sent another message back, sending pictures of a gun and a mask that he was gonna use to get on them dudes from Blackwood Street. Now, in between that, he was also sent the address that was linked to them Blackwood Street members at a house approximately 400 feet away from East Hurst Street and Barranca Avenue. Now, this is over here in Covina. This is not in Puente, but this house is a known hangout for Blackwood Street members. And the situation over here is really a cul-de-sac with a bunch of apartments on both sides. So it looked like it's low-key cracking over here. It's a park, like a senior community park across the street, but this is where Blackwood was hanging out. So investigators found this address saved in his phone, and before the situation went down, he posted pictures on Instagram of him at this intersection about to do the move. Now, some may say, why is Blackwood and Ballista beefing? Like I said, it's some internal conflict and some bodies have dropped previously. So this is some murder beef transpiring over here between these two sections. And this is where another set of photos that's been circulating on the internet derived from this shooting right here, where Monkey and Dom jump out, lay down 24 shells at the scene, which is caught on surveillance camera, and it also catches Dom tripping and losing his shoe on the skit. Now, after the move, these dudes get blurped and they do the dash in the Benz. Lopez is driving, get up to 115 in the Benz, and he ends up getting away from them people. Now,
He got away, man. You gotta give it up to him, man. He did a dash on him.
December 30th, they caught up with the Benz and Lopez sitting in the driver's seat with two other Ballista Street members, and of course he goes straight down. And Dom, like I said, with everything being caught on surveillance camera, he got an AK tattoo on his hand, which stands for that P-Town Records. I would say the direct competitor to OTR and them dudes. P-Town, AK, them dudes got a lineup of some dope artists over there. Rowdy Rax, Shy Belligerent over there. Drex the Joint, I don't know if he's still over there, but he was with them dudes. Heen Beezy, F Nasty from King Cobra, and they got Tommy Guns over there.
I ain't gonna lie. They got a good 4 people for sure. That's tight. I can't put Drex in there. Shy Belligerent got his own style. Like, he be going wild. You know what I'm saying? Rowdy Rags, you know, keeping it player. And Heen Beezy, you know what I'm saying? You know, keeping it stinky for real. I ain't gonna lie. But he got his own little style that his own little the way he come on to it too. So that's not a bad squad they got over there, man.
Over there. So they got a lineup over there that's rivaling the OTR movement, also coming out the city. This dude Dom had an AK tattoo on his hand because he is also an artist of P-Town Records. So they glued him to the scene, kick his door in, and find the matching 9.5 shoe that he left on the scene when he tripped in his bedroom closet. And you know, the sweat in that shoe, the DNA matched up. But not only that, December 19th, the day after the shooting, he was in communication with Monkey about the shooting, and they were telling each other to make sure they delete their conversations. And he had also sent a picture to somebody of his swollen foot. Now, on surveillance, it showed him rolling his ankle at the scene, man. And you know, these dudes was wrapped up from that point. Now, if you asking how these dudes got all these text messages, we broke it down in our federal indictments before, man. Just because you deleting that phone, you can do a hard reset on the phone. The feds can extract your data, man. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're not doing your research on how they extracting data, it's best to get rid of it, because these dudes got caught with everything after the messages were deleted. So that's the situation that jumped the feds into Puente business in the first place. But they was also still doing some hot ass shit on the internet. I don't know why this Instagram movement is so crazy, but here we go with a dude named Victor Sanchez. Again, like I said, Lucky Sanchez, one of the big boys that was with Ghost when he was trying to get off on West Covina neighborhood. This is his brother Pollo. And March 15, 2023, Pollo was putting up advertisements on Instagram, advertising the sale of cocaine, and an ATF confidential informant bite on his ad. Now, to me, this is extremely wild. You know, you putting ads on the internet for guns and drugs. Somebody hits you up. He meets with this individual the next day.
PSA, a public service announcement, bro. They own the internet, man. Like, real shit. Hold on, man. Real shit. In case this message gets to somebody, like, that's thinking about it and like, bro, no matter the app, no matter how new it is, what they say, talking about privacy, all of that, they all have a dollar amount that the FBI, that the government could just print out and give them a contract for, take them to court like they do Mark Zuckerberg, eventually forcing them to change the way that they app work, bro. We've seen this time and time again. It's gonna keep happening, man. Stay off them things.
March 15, 2023. Now, this specific confidential informant for the ATF has been working with the ATF since 2011. A seasoned vet at Snitch, he previously went down on a Rico and started cooperating. And check this, up to this point, when he was meeting with Pollo, he had already checked $350,000 off of working as a confidential informant for the feds.
Oh, hell no. What? Since 2011. That's before the Rico of fucking 2018 they had. Or that was a different game. And these niggas all got the same shit going on, man. It's hot out.
So this is another day on the clock for this dude setting these dudes up over here in Southside Puente Hood. Now, when he pulls up, Pollo sends out the next individual, Isaiah Castro, aka Boy. They meet up at a hotel. Boy comes up to this dude, tells him he's from Puente Trece, and gives him his number along with some weed and powder. Why are you telling these niggas where you from? Somebody buying some shit from you. Why does where you from have to do with any of this? Niggas be on that high horse and or those drugs. So the CI comes back a week later, March 22nd, 2023. Pollo was back advertising on Instagram, but this time he promoting them blues, man, that Fetty. Now the ATF decided to switch it up. You know, that first dude came with the powder. They want somebody that wants the downer this time. They send a second confidential informant to tap in with Pollo a week after the first one. So CI2 is an ex-member. This nigga was gangbanging at one point, started cooperating in 2018, and in his 7-year tenure of working as...
Listen, man. If you are from the ages of 16 to 24 and you want to sell drugs, become a pharmacist technician, bro. Go get your doctor of pharma degree and do it up. You know what I'm saying? Do it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? You could even take it a step above that and go into the science of how to help make those and the bio of the whole shit. and you could sell it like that. And listen, if you already got some bread and you're trying to figure out how to get up out the game or how to make your 9 to 5 money stretch, and you're thinking about flipping something crazy, flip the pharmaceutical companies that are making the drugs through the stocks. You know what I'm saying? From the weed companies that's doing the growing up north to the companies that make cough syrup. It's all on the stock market. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out together, though. We're going to get to it. They didn't tell us this. We didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You could sell it more than one way and get rich off of it. And the feeling going to be the same. You know what I'm saying?
As a confidential informant, he's made upwards of $77,000 with the ATF. So Pollo shoots him as Addy in Pomona this time off Monterey Avenue. And along with the blues, this time he's also advertising a pistol. So CI2 pulls up to Pomona, and instead of sending out Castro, Pollo sends out Esteban Fausto, aka Fat Boy, who introduces himself as Pollo's cousin. When the CI gets there, he didn't talk about the gun in the Instagram message. He only wanted the blues. So when he gets the blues from Fat Boy, he just happens to say, hey, I seen you had a gun on your Instagram too. What's up with that? These dudes was all for it. They put this nigga in their car. The CI jump in Fat Boy car, and 2 kids jump in with these dudes, and they slide over to 428 Jansu Place, Pomona. And you know the police is following them too. So they grabbed the gun out of this other house they went to and went back to Monterey to get the bullets. And this is when Fat Boy inserts himself even further into the indictment by giving the CI his phone number to do business. But not only that, Fat Boy had a big ass mouth. He wanted to show his battle scars. He's showing his gunshot wounds to the CI and talking about his gun preferences to this confidential informant. He also spoke about a time when him and his homies went on a mission and his homie went down because a shell casing had fell inside of his hoodie when he was getting off. How are you doing this much talking to somebody that you just met? This is insane. Man, if you knew this motherfucker for 10 years, how are we doing this much talking? And this dude just buying drugs. But it doesn't stop there. April 5th, 2023, Pollo this time reaches out to the CI and asks him if he need anything. They agreed upon a pound of meth, 1,000 blues, and another pistol. Now, Pollo jumps out and meets the CI himself this time. And you know, this dude is extremely recognizable, very heavy set individual. He's fully glued to this situation after this. But not only that, when they go to pick up the meth from the Virginia Square townhomes, the CI has the nerve to ask Pollo who is that in the car where he just got the meth from. This nigga Pollo implements his brother Lucky into the situation before that shooting took place on them West Covina neighborhood Crips. They just offered up a bunch of information to the feds, man. Advertised on social media, told these niggas whatever they wanted. You know, these dudes had physical recording devices on their person, and the feds was following them on every deal. But one thing I can say, man, these was some good homies. They was letting all they homies eat off of these confidential informants. On June 1st, 2 months after these situations transpired, Lorenzo Mejia and the individual named Ponce sells the same confidential informant 2 rifles and a shotgun. 2 weeks later, Lucky, Mejia, Ponce, and Castro sell them 4 more guns. 2 weeks after that, another 4 guns. This time, one with a switch. Even that individual who faced they blasted up there that said they was on the run, Brian Padilla, aka Goon, he jumped in later in the game, selling multiple guns to the.
And here's the problem. When you jumping in on somebody else's hustle, you don't know how deep and shit they already is, man. When you see somebody getting on and they get into it, sometimes you just gotta kind of pass up on those opportunities, man. Not every opportunity is for you. You dig what I'm saying? Straight up.
To the feds. And in total, from March 2023 to November 2024, they served the ATF 6 different informants with 71 guns.
If you go against the game, you get knocked down. I ain't playing with you, buddy, tell them pipe down. I'm in the section right now trying to shoot some. I slid by the villas, broad day and I ain't seen none. Yeah.
And a lot of these guns were linked to an individual named Fernando Carmona. Now, they kicked in Carmona's door September 7th, 2023, off 15753 off Alwood Street in La Puente. They watched multiple guns come out of this spot, and they found 7 pistols, some body armor and almost 3,000 rounds of ammunition in this dude's spot. And Carmona is going to be snitching. He's already said that he customizes guns for cartels in Mexico.
In Mexico, man. What the fuck? Man. Listen, man. That's right. My boy over there at Street News Politics, man. Rap News Street Politics, man. Go ahead and check him out, man. And you know what I'm saying? He got the whole thing going crazy. So you know, going crazy. So fuck, man, that shit going stupid. Shit, man. We'll get into some other shit.